Guys, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Tribal Council. Here we go. So YouTube getting your first look at the new Nuku tribe. JT voted out the last Tribal Council with an idol in his pocket. It's funny how this all works out. And so we saw the preview for the next episode. There's the Outcast twist, Exile Island. They're apparently bringing someone back into the game, which is really exciting. They're really trying to change the game. Stay classy, Survivor. We'll talk more about that next week. So I just want to focus on tonight's episode and tonight's tribal right now. So over at the Mana tribe, Debbie exploded. She thought, Brad's a dictator, and she didn't have any control, and she flipped out, where she cursed at him and she cursed at everybody. She cried, she laughed like a maniac, and she was adamant on her balancing in that reward challenge where the reward was peanut butter and jelly and cookies and milk and all that. She was adamant on her balancing on that balance beam, and then she ended up blowing the challenge. And then what did she do? She blamed Brad. So it's not his fault that she did terrible in that challenge. So that's really on her. So going forward, it's good that Mana was able to win another challenge before they have to implode more, because we know they're going to implode more going forward. But it's good that we can kind of hold that off and give Brad a chance to maybe make amends with Debbie and prevent the onslaught, because she's off the fucking rocker now, man. As for Tavua, Sarah and Troyzan are working together, and that'd be good for Troyzan, because then he wants to use his idol. He might be able to hold on to it a little bit longer, so he doesn't really want to use his idol. Over at Nuku, Sandra, as much as I hate her, made a fairly decent move, like throwing away all the sugar for the coffee, and basically letting JT believe it was Michaela and blaming it on Michaela, which led to them, kind of clashing and voting for each other at Tribal Council when Nuku ultimately lost. So, decent move by Sandra. I still hate her. I still think she's terrible. But, it was a decent move to kind of, let the other people in her tribe kind of just, eat each other. So, and ultimately it didn't work in JT's favor, even though he had an idol, and he had a fairly decent amount of power now with the tribe. But it was his fault that Malcolm went home at the last tribal, because he leaked Nuku's plan to the Mana tribe at that kind of dual tribal council, I guess you could say, last episode. So JT, I hope people, I've noticed this from just watching the last few episodes of this season, but JT is not a good player. He's not a good player at all. I don't know how he won. I mean, it was mostly Stephen Fishback, doing all the strategical stuff, but I get it, he has a lot of charisma, but he's just not a good player. So I'm glad that he's gone. I would have preferred Sandra to go, because I hate her still, but I'm glad that JT's gone. I'm glad that he's out of our hair, and I'm particularly glad that Michaela's still in the game. So it came down to Varner's vote. I thought that Varner would vote for JT, and lo and behold, he did. I didn't know exactly where the rest of the tribe was going to go. Obviously, we knew that Aubrey and JT went for Michaela, whereas, of course, Michaela went for JT. Sandra, of course, went for JT, and then it came down to Varner, so Varner was the vote that sent JT home. So those are just my quick thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. We got reach torches. Head back to camp. Good night. Take care, guys.